So before getting into this review, I just want to say that everybody is going to look at a game a different way. Every experience is different. If I feel one way and you feel another way, neither of us is wrong, and sharing our feelings is not a way to devalue each other's experiences. We're just different, and that's what's beautiful about people, you know? It's what makes the free exchange of ideas and opinions on the internet a truly wonderful thing. That said, I absolutely hate this game! But let's talk about it like adults.
The name's Fox. Fox MacLeod. 5 years ago.
Use your motion control! Use your motion control! Use your motion control!
The first thing you're gonna ask is if I dislike the game because of the controls, and the answer might just surprise you, because oh wait, no it won't, because yes, I hate the controls! And no, not just because they're motion controls. I was first in line to make Link swing a sword by swinging a controller. I feel like Metroid Prime was made for pointer controls, and gyro aiming is the only way to play Splatoon. But motion controls just do not work here, mostly because of the need to split your attention between two screens. Being able to fly in one direction and shoot in another is good in theory, but this is a miserable failure of the concept. At no point did I feel empowered by this control scheme. It was only a hindrance. It was a constant battle to do what I was supposed to do. See, this game pretends like it's a Star Fox game, but it's really not. You wanna know why? Because Star Fox and Star Fox 64 were intuitive and fun. This is a shadow of those games. It looks like them, but the stuff I'm actually doing with my controller is worlds apart. Look at this. This is Star Fox 64. I see stuff to shoot, I aim at it, I shoot. It's great. But this! If you want to just play like this is a normal Star Fox, you're out of luck. Your reticle on the top screen tells you approximately where your bullets will go, but not where they'll land. Try to aim like this and you won't hit a thing. The bottom screen reticle is accurate, but guess what? Now you can't see where you're going. Watch the top screen and you can navigate, but you can't shoot anything. Watch the bottom screen and you can shoot stuff, but you won't know what's going on around you and you'll smash into everything. You are literally always at a disadvantage because you can only watch one screen at a time. You can't get caught up in one thing or another, so you've got to keep switching awkwardly and get nothing done. This is not fun. This is not intuitive. This is purely a nuisance. Now, there are plenty of people out there who picked up the controls after a while and they do great in the game and it's all great and, you know, that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. I'm extremely happy that they were able to enjoy the game, but I am just not one of those people. The controls seep into the level design as well. Remember 64's bosses? Those epic, awesome mechanical monstrosities where you had to avoid their attacks and shoot their glowy spots and watch them explode bit by bit and it was awesome? Well, all of Zero's bosses are in free range mode, and with the new controls, it becomes a long, agonizing ordeal of wait for the boss to show its glowy spot, awkwardly pop off a couple shots before having to swerve away, and then fly around and wait for it to show its glowy spots again, and repeat ad nauseum. None of them are fun or exciting. They're boring and aggravating. And in parts when you're locked onto the enemy, your ship gets so tiny and goes so far to the edge of the screen that I constantly found myself losing track of it whenever I looked up at the TV. Then you've got the new vehicle sections, which are, oh wow, look at that, boring and aggravating. I cannot fathom how controls can be this bad, or why anyone thought these slow, hack-the-computer proby sections belonged in a Star Fox game. Sending down a little robot and going into holes just to hit switches is clearly an idea meant to justify the use of the gamepad and absolutely nothing else. This isn't fun, this isn't anything. It's an arbitrary hurdle that accomplishes nothing. And oh my gosh, those controls. Okay, so it'd probably be best to just stop right here, and people are gonna call me nitpicky and entitled and all that jazz, but you know what? This is my review, and I've gone too far to stop now. Take away the precisely two things that this game added to the series, the controls and the new vehicles, and what you're left with is a lesser version of Star Fox 64. The game acts like an homage or a reimagining, and at first I thought it was cool that they got back all the old voice actors and all that, but they took things too far. Nintendo's good at playing to our nostalgia, but this has gone so far in that direction that it's basically a copy. Their throwback was thrown so far back that it's literally just doing the same thing again. Like I said, there were only two new concepts, which were both awful, and the rest is a shameless retreading that is just not as good, despite how much time they've had to think about the series. This is the most startlingly unambitious Nintendo game I've ever played. There are so many other things they could have done to further the series, and they made no effort whatsoever. 64 was already a reimagining of the original, and this is just 64 again! That means that all 3 traditional Star Fox games have had the same story. Why? It's a world of animals and spaceships. How hard is it to come up with a new villain, at least? This is so lazy, I can't even handle it. Here's the thing. Even if the new vehicle stuff worked and the level design was better, somersault, shoot the guy in front of you till he runs away, somersault, shoot the guy in front of you till he runs away, somersault. Even if this was a marked improvement over 64, this would be the game we should have gotten on the GameCube. This would be the game we were begging for 15 years ago. This is 2016, 3 generations after 64. I expect more. I expect the series to be a lot farther by now. This is just... What is this? Why am I playing this on my 8th gen HD Nintendo system? Why is one of Nintendo's most beloved franchises treated like it's just nothing? And why does Nintendo seem incapable of hitting anywhere between so new it's not even the same thing and the same enough that it's still the series we fell in love with? Because this game seems to be a baffling mix of both extremes, of what the heck, this isn't even Star Fox, and what the heck, this is the exact same Star Fox. I know it seems a little extreme, but if I'm being entirely honest, I did not even have 1 second of fun with this game. Literally, none of it was enjoyable. It was a chore from start to finish and even beyond. And did I mention there's no battle mode? Because yeah, there isn't even a battle mode. Yep, 2016. It's rough, but I've got to give Star Fox Zero a 2 out of 7. You ever notice that negative reviews seem to take a lot out of me? Yeah, I really went to town on this one, didn't I? But hey, like I said, lots of people seem to be having a really good time with it, and that's great. I just couldn't. I tried. I wanted to. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go play Star Fox 64 and eat a whole roasted chicken and cry.
Use your motion control!
This video was brought to you by patrons such as Zakanuva, Zonjo, and Zoag, who I only just realized a minute ago all have Z names. That's pretty weird.